Monday, November 23, 2020. Hello everyone, it's a pleasure to have you watching this edition of the Press Review on GDC Plus TV. We open with this news which makes headline on most, if not all, English newspapers published today. The retirement banquet offered Professor Enow Tanjong, pioneer head of Department of Journalism and Mass Communication (GMC) department at the University of Buea. The Star newspaper says Professor Enow Tanjong, honored by former GMC students, Francis 1.5 million donated as retirement package. The paper further says that the man, popularly referred as the Pope of Journalism, was given a befitting retirement party by past GMC students who were trained by him. The ceremony took place at the Parliamentarian Flat Hotel Banquet Hall, where his close to 100 guests attended the wide party Saturday, November 21. Another paper which echoes Professor Enow Tanjong's retirement party is the Voice newspaper. It writes that UB-GMC department Professor Enow Tanjong glorified for impacting lives. The founder and pioneer head of Department of Journalism and Mass Communication and former Vice Dean of the Faculty of Social and Management Sciences of the University of Buea was showered with praises from a cream of fine university dons, politicians, media practitioners and business magnates. And the story of this special retirement banquet and birthday party continues on page 4 of the Voice newspaper, published this Monday, November 23, 2020. In other news, the Voice tells its readers that as the government begin cracking down on lawyers, the Bar Council decrees dead courts from the 30th of November. It writes that lawyers in Cameroon are bracing up for a 5-day nationwide strike beginning November 30 to protest their incessant maltreatment and harassment in the country. The move, the story further reads, comes following the arrest of 4 of theirs who were brutalized and tear-gassed by the forces of law and order in a courtroom in Douala recently. The same story finds voice in the Post newspaper, which carries as main headline, Lawyers Begin Nationwide Strike November 30. According to the story by Etienne Mainimo, the strike action is one of the resolutions taken during an extraordinary Bar Council session held on November 13 on the heels of police brutality on lawyers on November 10 in Douala. For more on the strike action and its motivations, read page 2 of the Post newspaper, published today. In this edition of the Post, we equally read on the works, challenges, successes and legacy of retired GMC Professor Enow Tanjong. From the Post, we move into the Sun newspaper, which equally focuses on the planned November the 30th nationwide lawyers' strike. The Sun says the protest is against glaring evidence of a scheme to persecute lawyers who are now treated as miscreants. Ahead of this planned strike, appearances of lawyers in criminal matters, electoral disputes in all courts have been suspended till further notice. Judicial honors for the late Bar President Charles Chakunte Party have also been suspended. For details on this, grab a copy of today's edition of the Sun newspaper and read page 11. Our next stop in this edition of the Press Review is with The Reporter. The paper says that Cameroonians are furious with French President Emmanuel Macron's interview granted Jeune Afrique, wherein he makes derogatory insinuations about Cameroon and her leader, President Paul Biya. It highlights that Cameroon rejects double standards of French president, vows not to tolerate France's intervention in Cameroon's internal affairs, and reiterates the country's sovereignty and unity. The same bell sounds in the Chronicle Times. The paper headlines, Anti-Biya comment, Cameroonians condemn Macron's undemocratic declarations. It goes further to say that analysts have said the French leader should rather concentrate on solving his country's multiple challenges than interfere in the affairs of a sovereign nation. And that does it for what the papers had to say today. Thank you for watching. On to our next edition.